As you can tell by the title, I'm the obsessed movie man. O.M.M. What's this? What's this? Has Christmas come at last? It has, but this rhyming's too fast. As you can probably guess, today's review will be of Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. This is certainly a drastic change from my last Christmas review, which was the 1984 A Christmas Carol. I wanted to review an animated Christmas movie, and I was contemplating doing one from the Rankin Bass series or the Grinch cartoon, but the more I started thinking about it, The Nightmare Before Christmas might have left the biggest impact on me, and I consider it not just to be a classic holiday movie, but also a good movie altogether. Story time! In Halloween Town, Jack Skellington is renowned for his creative and horrifying ways to make Halloween festive and enjoyable. Jack, though, is bored with doing this job year after year and hopes to find another purpose for his life. He wanders away from his home and accidentally enters Christmas Town. Not only does everything around him baffle him, it also intrigues and excites him, thinking that this is the holiday he wants to be in charge of. He returns to Halloween Town and begins planning to share to the world his own brand of Christmas. With the help of the citizens, they help him create demonic toys, skeletal reindeer, a sleigh, and to top it all off, Jack actually replaces Santa Claus himself. There are more subplots, but I won't spoil the rest of the movie for you. Tim Burton is an amazingly expressive director, as you may have noticed when looking at his movies. He didn't direct this movie, but he came up with the concept, and you can still see his trademarks. A lot of his films seem to have some German expressionistic feel to them, and that makes sense since his films usually are about the macabre and bizarre things. My favorite set piece used was the graveyard. I think it was for many other people as well. We all remember that scene where Jack strolls up the hill and laments in front of the full moon. How can one forget such an image? I also love Jack's first visit to Christmas Town. The bright colors and more cheerful looking characters greatly contrast Halloween Town's dark and morbid feeling. Speaking of characters, let's talk about our protagonist. Jack Skellington is one of my favorite animated characters in general. He has the creativity of a genius and the curiosity of a child. I can somewhat relate to his character. 1, his name is Jack. 2, he's very obsessive and compulsive. The scenes with him trying to analyze everything about Christmas scientifically really amuse me. He doesn't think of this as a hobby, he's thinking it as a new way of celebrating his life, which is kind of what Christmas is all about, isn't it? The best way to describe Jack is that he is an entity that is literally trying to capture the spirit of Christmas. There's also Sally, who is this ragdoll / Frankenstein monster who is in love with Jack. I love the character very much. I think the voice actress Catherine O'Hara does a great job, but the only thing I thought could have been improved was her romance with Jack. From a narrative standpoint, it didn't really register with me. Are they supposed to be meeting each other for the first time? Are they already friends? Somehow Jack explains at the end of the movie that he had romantic feelings for her even though it's never been established. It seemed a little confusing. Overall, it's not too bad, and it's good to see them get back together in the end. All the other characters are likable and unique in their own way. I love all their designs. We have a creature from the Black Lagoon-like creature, vampires, a werewolf, Lock, Shock, and Barrel, and many more. My favorite design is that of the mayor. He is literally a two-faced politician. When he's in a positive mood, he has a nice happy face. When he's worried, his face changes and he looks paranoid and nervous. We also have the villain, Oogie Boogie, voiced by Ken Page, which I will admit that while this film didn't need him, he ends up being a great addition to the story. Basically, he's the boogeyman, an insane gambling addict and sadist, and is made up of bugs. That was a clever take on the character of the boogeyman, having him be some creature filled up with other foul and creepy things. His song is also very catchy. He really knows how to boogie. That is another thing I love about this movie, the songs. Danny Elfman composed the music, wrote the songs, and he also was the singing voice for Jack Skellington. Yes, that's Danny Elfman singing, and it's marvelous. There are so many songs to choose from, it's hard to pick a favorite. This is Halloween, What's This, Making Christmas, and so many more. If I had to pick a favorite though, it would have to be This is Halloween. It starts off as a creepy introduction for the movie, but it's also so much fun listening to and seeing the visuals mesh with the lyrics perfectly. I tend to listen to it all the time during Halloween. I even think the Marilyn Manson version is very cool too. What makes this movie so great is the perfect use of stop-motion animation. All of the characters are puppets. In fact, Jack alone had 400 different heads, each with a different facial expression. I'm a huge fan of stop-motion animation. I find something admirable in a process that seems so simple yet is so difficult to do. It's not as easy as it looks either. It takes about 24 frames to make only 1 second of film. It's tedious, but I think it looks so incredible to watch the final project when it's completed. Nightmare Before Christmas was nominated for Best Special Effects but lost to Jurassic Park, which probably did deserve it more since CGI was so groundbreaking then, but it's nice to see that this film got the notoriety it deserved. It even took a while for Disney to realize they had such a gem. The movie wasn't released under Disney's name, but Touchstone's instead. Once Disney realized it was a success, they fully endorsed the film and merchandise from the film was everywhere. Even during the Christmas season at Disneyland, the Haunted Mansion is redecorated to feature the characters from the film. Overall, The Nightmare Before Christmas is one of my favorite holiday movies to watch. Notice that I said holiday movie, being that I can watch this movie anytime between Halloween and Christmas, and that's great for me because Halloween and Christmas are my two favorite holidays. If you're looking for a very, very different and abnormal kind of Christmas movie, definitely give this one a watch. It has great voice acting, ingenious special effects, and a story that is fitting for both adults and children. I give this movie 5 skeletal reindeer out of 5. Here's hoping you celebrate a very scary, Merry Christmas. Thanks, this is an O.M.M review. This is O.M.M, signing out.